And by the way, thank you, Velvet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Velvet.
Yeah, thank you, Velvet.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
You are, in fact, watching The Dorkening.
You're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned.
For all the geek news everywhere. Dorkening.
And this is The Dorkening. Trust me, I'm smarter than these guys.
Because The Dorkening is the best and most educational entertainment and information source that the Trauma Team knows of. It's the best. The Dorkening.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. You're watching the Splash Pages. My name is Liam. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have an incredible show for you, as always. And with us, Velvet. How's it going, bud?
Good evening, everyone. It's your man, Velvet J, here on another Tuesday for the award-winning Splash Pages podcast. And this is where we are. And we're going to talk about some news tonight. We got quite a few things that have been happening in the comic book and pop culture industry that we're going to discuss, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Could be. And, and then we're going to talk about a series that's throwback from our man, Jar Jar Jeremy suggested, ElfQuest. So let's get our cutter on. Let's do it! And we have a guest host this week, actually. Someone who's been filling in here on occasion and on the Dorkening as well, Miss Kari Sanders.
Hey, Kari.
Hello, everybody. I'm the, well, you can't say Fleo, it's a Fedru. That just sounds weird. I'm a Fedora tonight.
Fedora.
That work?
You're a flu, right?
I'm a flu.
A fruit?
Fru. She's a fru.
A fruit, yeah. I
Jar
like that.
Jar.
Hey, hello. Welcome to Splash Pages, everybody. It's going to be a good night. We read ElfQuest, which I enjoyed. I hope everybody else did. And as Velvet said, we've got news galore and a special guest host.
Wait, we were supposed to read something?
Oh, no, you didn't. You know, for the past 2
Poking
weeks,
for
it
ya.
seemed like we didn't have to read anything because, like, we had interviews that just ran. It was fun though. We read a lot of stuff over the past few weeks that we didn't get to talk about.
That's right. But we get a little interview break this week, so we could have probably used that, and we'll have some more interviews coming soon.
Yes,
Absolutely.
But a good little breather right now.
But I miss seeing Leo's face. I haven't seen Leo in a while.
I miss seeing the whole crew. I was thinking that we were all going to be here tonight. Damn it!
I know.
Damn it.
We've all seemed to, for one reason or another, had to take a week off, unfortunately. So I apologize, guys, for last week for having to take last week off. I was super exhausted. But lately, Jar Jar Jeremy, he is our tent pole in the sand, holding it down.
Yes, I'm a tent pole, big old tent, like pound into the sand too, like.
Absolutely. So thank you, Jeremy, for being our tent pole. And Leo, why don't you set it off? What do we got?
I got a bunch of stuff today, and we'll kick it off with Jar Jar. You're wearing the Superman shirt today.
I am.
Yeah. So
Yes. I got Spidey going.
Well, so I've been, there's a lot of these stupid articles out, and they try to make things bigger than they are, or they misrepresent stuff. So I'm gonna try to see if I can ground us, because oh yeah. I'm trying to research some of the news that we have, and I'll totally fess up if what we have is a rumor, because I got a couple rumors here today.
I like rumors every now and again, though. They're fun to speculate.
They are. But I've been seeing articles about, with a lot of James Gunn stuff. But he did a article recently for GQ, actually a video, and let me share my screen.
James Gunn. Huh?
James Gunn. There's a lot of James Gunn stuff tonight.
Yeah. I may have to chime in on some of that, Leo.
Yeah. So he did his top 5 comic book movies.
Right.
So his favorites.
Oh, I wanted to read that actually. Yeah.
So his number 5 is Deadpool. His number 2 is his number 4 is Old Boy. History of Violence is number 3.
Never saw that one.
Never saw Old Boy. I saw History of Violence.
Yeah. Number 2 is Superman's. Sorry.
Oh no, it's a commercial.
It's a commercial. What the heck?
Damn you, James Gunn.
Yeah. He tells a very touching story, of seeing Superman 78 in the theater. But he talks about it, and he doesn't say exactly what they're doing, but he had them pull the original photos from the original suit, as I don't know if it's inspiration or not reference, but he's looking at the original suit. He liked it how it was no frills, but he's not saying like, "Hey, we're using the original suit." He's just looking at it for ideas, and but yeah, he actually mentions that in this. Let me see if I can find a clip.
Did the person that they were talking? Is that part of one of your rumors that the person that they were talking about for Superman?
Well, they're talking about a few people, actually, Jeremy. I've actually got the article right here. So in the mix to play Superman include Nicholas Hoult, who we just saw head up Renfield, and he also was the Beast in a couple of the X-Men movies, if you guys recall.
Yep, that's one I was just heard of recently.
Then there's David Corenswet, who I have no idea who that is.
Corenswet.
And then we have Jacob Elordi and Andrew Richardson. So those are the top contenders at the moment.
Yeah, David Cornsweet has a very
I hope that's how you
Cavill
say
look.
his name.
He has a very Cavill look.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know?
I could definitely see the Clark Kent there.
Yeah.
Same with the other guy
Actually,
there from Renfield.
he reminds me more of was it Dean Cain?
Well, somebody I read an article. Who was the one in Smallville? Oh, Tom Welling.
Tom Welling. That's what I'm
So they said he's like if Tom Welling and I just said his name.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill had a kid.
You can do that
I
on
think
The
that
Sims.
works.
Yeah, and I also saw an article that they said Nicholas Hoult is also being considered for Lex Luthor as well.
Oh, interesting.
I really enjoy him.
Yeah,
I think he'd do a good job in either position.
We just watched Renfield, Kari, and it was delightful. It did not pretend to be anything. Did you enjoy it?
I went and I did it. Yes, I overcame my hatred of Nicolas Cage for this, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a great movie." I had so much fun watching it.
It was glorious fun. And the very beginning, they do this great homage and merging of the Bela Lugosi scene in the original Dracula, and it just ties it all together perfectly.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend.
Not yet.
Seen it? No.
It is on the to-do list, though.
Speaking of Luthor, the other big rumor was Bradley Cooper was talked about possibly playing Luthor, but is saying he is not doing it. Again, James Gunn has not confirmed any of this. He says only one person has been cast for Superman, and it's nobody that we would think of. It sounds like it's like a little known character, or maybe not even an actual Superman character. It could be like a new character. But it looks like Bradley Cooper.
It's not my Superman.
Leo, speaking of
actually,
Lex, did you guys see Titans? The guy, the one that plays Superboy, the clone. He shaves his head, and Lex Luthor dies, and he takes over the company, and he does this whole speech to the press. God damn, he was good.
Really? Yeah. I need to get caught up on Titans.
Same too.
Yeah, I'm still a few episodes behind, but I'm mixed on the story. But there have been aspects I'm like, oh wow, I like that.
That and Doom Patrol. I feel sad that I fell off both of them. I'm kind of like, son of a bitch. And now there's like 2 or 3 seasons to catch up on.
Well,
and
this particular season has a couple of mixed episodes of the 2 Jar Jar.
Oh. See, but then I'll have to. Are you caught up on Doom Patrol as well?
No, I'm a season behind.
So it's not like if you're not.
No, it's just the characters. You just need to know the characters.
See, that's not bad then.
Yeah, so you're good.
Leo, were we gonna get to find out what James Gunn's number 1 was?
Oh yeah, I keep interrupting. I'm sorry, Leo. It's just something 3? You say. I was like, oh, I need to add on to that.
Was the Old Boy? That was the American version, right? Not the old Korean.
What is Old Boy? I've never even heard of that.
It looks like it's the Korean version.
Oh, you watch it. It's super twisted. It's some seriously messed up, ultra-violent Korean action horror. So yeah. Oh. But it's beautiful. Just don't watch it with your kids.
My kids watch lots of weird shit. They just watch. Well, we started Evil Dead Rise. It's not for them though. They're not fans.
So
okay, just warning.
Getting back to his number 1. Any guesses?
Number 1 for James Gunn. Ghost Rider 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. Okay. Kari, any thoughts?
I got nothing. Transformers.
Blade. It's got to be Blade or something like that, right?
No, it is. Into the Spider-Verse.
And my number 1.
Into the Spider-Verse. Nice.
It is a good superhero movie.
Yeah,
I
it is.
have to admit, I was kind of caught off guard how much I liked that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good one. So sticking to the Superman news, the Rachel Brosnahan, and I know that's not how you say her name.
I think that sounds pretty good, Brosnahan.
Really? Brosnahan?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you may know her from the marvelous Miss Maisel, but apparently she is in the short list or on the short list to play Lois Lane. Anybody watch Miss Maisel?
No.
I'm not one of those.
Oh, that's such a good show.
It's on the list because now that we have the writer's strike, I just figured as soon as I run out of my regular stuff.
Well, yeah,
that's one of my secondary ones on the list.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. They just finished. I think they just finished another season.
Isn't it supposed to be finishing its last season or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Is she a robot or an android or something?
In Miss Maisel?
Yes.
No. It's a comedian. It's like a history base. I think it takes place in like the 60s. And she's trying to become a comedian.
Oh, Good Omens 2 came out this week too. Or last week.
Did it drop? Oh, that's exciting.
I think it dropped. Pretty sure it dropped. I could be wrong. Yeah.
It's very close to dropping if it has not dropped.
It might drop right now. Oh
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Final season. Yeah, so it's still going on right now. Season 5, and they're
Now I've been seeing on TikTok since I've been going on there a lot this dance. I hear it comes from Miss Maisel, where I've got a guy. His name is something. You don't know what I'm talking about, huh?
No.
Maybe you've not caught up to that episode. Never mind. Is there a musical episode?
You're just too hip for us, Jeremy. You're just too hip for us.
Oh, TikTok is a weird beast. Like, I finally got it to stop showing me all naked stuff. I was like, stop it, TikTok. I'm not that kind of guy.
I've never seen naked stuff on TikTok.
Really? Dude, since I got on from the beginning, it was like these girls that like flash and stuff.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was just like, this is weird. TikTok is really creepy. So I didn't use it for a long time.
I see a lot of comic books.
Yeah, that's the dance. You got it right there. I've got a guy. His name is Wally or something. Dolly.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so this is.
We got to learn that dance and put it on TikTok for everybody, guys.
So it's not Miss Maisel doing it. This is yeah, that's early on when she was actually I think hosting the show.
All right. Well, this is an exciting part of the
show. Especially for everybody just listening.
Okay, so speaking of writer's strike, I'm gonna pull up the actual Twitter.
How long do we think this is going to go for? Like, I understand why they're striking, but like,
I think it went 3 months.
Yeah, like these guys are serious. Come on, I need TV, damn it.
Well,
we're going into the summer anyway.
Yeah, it's going through the dead zone.
All right.
Hey, you still haven't watched Skinwalker
I'm fighting
Ranch,
for the writers, damn it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I watched on Fat Man Beyond. They did a little thing on it, and I didn't realize that not all the writers are covered under this. Like animated writers, they have their own guild, and there's one other writers guild in addition. So I'm not really sure how all that works.
Yeah, and Mark Bernard in that episode really brought up some good points. Like back in the day, when they sell a script, they would get kickback as the episode was sold or aired somewhere else. And now it's streaming, and Netflix is paying like a one-time fee, and that's it. So like if they write
take it or leave it.
Yeah, and if the show becomes a hit, they don't get any extra kickback. So that's
unless I think they're a bigger name, they got to come in with the bigger name in order to get points on the back end.
Yep. I hear some writers are having trouble making rent and stuff like that. So I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, he had mentioned in that episode the guy that does what is it, the chef?
Bear.
Bear, which is a
Bear
show about
Grylls?
the chef.
Yeah,
And the guy who wrote that, and it's Emmy award-winning show. The guy's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent next week.
Yeah. Oh my God, that show is so fucking good.
Yeah,
You just assume these guys are like really like well off, well to do.
Rolling in the dough. They said, look, if you like sell a show, they might give you $200,000, which sounds great. They're like, but 40% off the top for taxes, 25% for all your management people, and then it's wicked expensive to live in LA. They're like that, at the end of it, you end up with like $45,000. Or like 65 grand, 65 grand, but 65 grand, and then you might not sell anything for another 3 years.
Yep.
So I guess they're struggling just like we are.
Yeah. So speaking of the writer's strike, so I saw an article talking about Penguin shut down because of the writer's strike, and they were making it sound like it's because the writers aren't there, but actually the true story is the WGA was at the Penguin filming location, and it looks like that the actual Teamsters that were working on the film did not cross the line and actually did not work that day in support of WGA.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's not because there's no writers, on set. It's Teamsters honoring the line.
Right. Oh, and FYI, I did see an interview with Vincent D'Onofrio. Apparently, they already have scripts for Daredevil Reborn, so that has not stopped production.
Yeah, I was talking about that last week on something. That's where I saw it from, I think, too, though. One of your reels.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gotta watch Rich's reels. They're full of info.
Yeah, I like to disseminate the information to the nerd culture community.
So if you're following James Gunn on Twitter, more James Gunn stuff.
Yes.
I just love how he just takes down the trolls, discussing film is saying Twitter musician orchestra Eclipse is set to score James Gunn Superman Legacy. And James Gunn says, sorry, this isn't true. He's calling a composer this morning. And I couldn't find it, but I saw.
I always find it funny that he takes the time to actually reply to these guys. I'm like, I almost want to make up fake news and see if I can get James Gunn to reply to me.
There's one where, so DCU Leaks is talking about Margot Robbie is no longer Harley Quinn. And then James Gunn. Well, that's what DCU Leaks published.
But James Gunn says.
James Gunn says, dude, why do you just keep posting lies? Sometimes they're just stupid.
See, like,
and I'm glad he does that, Jeremy.
Oh no, I am too. But like, it really, like, for those guys, it's got to be like something of a badge of honor almost. To like, haha, James Gunn fucking came at me.
Yeah, but he's also stomping out shitty articles at the same
time.
time.
I appreciate that. Yep. Don't get me wrong. I really do.
So his full quote, just not to misquote him. So James Gunn says, dude, why do you keep posting lies? Sometimes they're just stupid, made up stuff. But other times making up bullshit like this about people I care about can be hurtful. Maybe you're having a difficult time in life and lying for attention is how you get solace. But please find a better way.
Wow, even offering therapeutic advice.
Yeah, I love it.
The man's on fire.
He's
folks.
talented and he's good-hearted.
Yeah.
I just tossed you a link in the private chat. That's one of my favorite Writers Guild things that's going on. The creator of the Tick brought the Tick back out to support the Writers Guilds, and there's and made a special thing for it. I think that's cool.
I wish that show had made it. That was a freaking phenomenal show.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it live action or was it animated?
Yeah, live action.
Oh,
It's pretty good. That's on Amazon, right?
Yeah, it was an Amazon
British.
original.
Yeah.
Have to check it out.
Yeah.
It was an interesting take on it. Like Arthur was sort of like having a mental breakdown, and that's why the tick was around and stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
All right.
I love Arthur.
Arthur the Mothman.
Yes.
Yeah, the episode when he gets stuck in the comfiest chair in the world, and it's just like, I love that. I can't help you.
So staying on a DC train,
Yes.
we have
Saga.
some new pictures from the Flash,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll bring up
Who's
the
that guy on the
actual-
left? He looks familiar. You flashed it so quick.
Sorry. So let me find my notes here. So this is the first look at Barry Allen with Patty Spivot and Albert Desmond.
Desmond. I'm not a
Yeah.
huge Flash reader, so neither of those names really.
I think those are the actors.
Oh, those are the actor names?
No, I think Patty Spivot is an actual character.
Oh, that's a character?
I believe so.
Okay, well, no one I ever heard of when I read The Flash.
Yeah, the only thing I know of with the Flash is Iris and
Patty Spivot was
all
she
the
was in
different Flashes.
She was in the Arrowverse. Let me see where else she was.
Now, I've been hearing such mixed feelings on the Flash, where people are still kind of upset about Ezra. Oh, excuse me, and their antics in the previous months or year before. And
Yep.
Where do you guys stand? I'm on the side where he's seeking help and he's getting the help, and I don't know the full details of what has gone on since all of this stuff initially started, but to my knowledge, everybody that is involved seems happy with what's going on at this point. So I think those of us not involved should be okay with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're always going to have the trolls, you know, but I would think if what he did was so terrible that he would be in jail by now. You know,
I would assume that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the full story about anything. Sorry,
I said I would not assume that. Do you guys live in the world that I live in?
Well, I do.
There's a lot of people that do crimes that don't pay for it.
Oh, I know, but
guys
like
don't
them
read the
being,
news?
they're being so in the spotlight with what this stuff's going on.
Right, right.
I would.
I hear you.
assume-
I'm just a little less forgiving. Listen, I'm not going to pay for the movie either way, so I'm not contributing to it. I will definitely be pirating it.
Okay.
I'm just telling you straight up. I will.
Good for you,
I'm not
Rick.
finding out. But yeah, I hear it's a good movie, but you know, I'm certainly not going to seek him out or his future projects or their future projects. Rather, I apologize. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But you know, if you've done some shitty things and you're a shitty person, you know, there's tons of actors that have been shitty people that I've stopped watching their movies because they're shitty people. So,
well, I'm just saying, and like we don't know all the facts just yet. You know, maybe everything he did once the facts are out is irredeemable.
All right. Well, you have your agenda, Leo.
It's not an agenda. I'm just. I want to see Michael
don't
Keaton
get me
again.
wrong. I'm with you on some actors, Velvet. I've felt like some people like Gibson and a few others that have definitely not paid their debt to society and stuff like that. But I feel like Ezra is at least going and seeking the help. He's in some kind of rehab of some sort.
Yeah. That's what the PR tells us.
Yeah. Well,
True.
I think the movie's
I'm
gonna
always
be-
the cynic. I apologize, but it's just I can't stop.
No, I mean we support everybody's opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, and
Absolutely.
it's yeah.
I mean, I only hope that he has positive interactions for the rest of his life and doesn't shit on anyone.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm still
Did he
excited
shit
to
on
see the movie.
somebody?
Oh, God.
Let's
No,
not
I've never
start that
heard.
rumor, actually.
Jeremy, this is the second scat joke you've worked on in tonight. So what's going on over there?
I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
I'm not
A lot
going to
of
Wonder
hammering
Twin
and
with you now.
stuff.
I'm excited to see the movie. I will not be pirating it. I will actually go to the theater and watch it, and I'll be there with my popcorn and just enjoying seeing Batman '89 again. And the end of the movie is going to be a big telling of how bad things are. If they replace him as the Flash at the end of the movie, then we know things got pretty bad. So we'll see. I did hear that
That is true. That is a way to find out. And now the new Flash is, or the Flash is dead, or whatever.
I mean, isn't this essentially the end of the Snyderverse characters?
Supposedly,
most of them.
No, so this here, from what I've heard, the actual Snyderverse references have been scrubbed from the movie.
But isn't that rumor?
It
And what
could
does
be rumor.
Snyderverse references mean? They never say Snyderverse in any of the movies. What the hell does that even mean?
No, but I think reference to like his.
So we're not going to no reference to Superman, no reference to Batman, no reference.
No, Batman's going to be in it. I think it was references to the Snyder Cut.
What was added during?
Well, what the future thing? You mean like the added scene?
I don't know. It was.
All right. Well, I don't.
It was just a rumor that I heard. So
seems silly.
Yeah,
You're the one who always comments how the Snyderverse people like to ramp things up, and that's just what that is. So don't get sucked into it, Leah.
I'm just saying I'm excited to see it. It's this is the end of the DC EU.
Yeah.
And this is essentially Flashpoint, like the comics. It's going to be a full reset. I'm assuming not all the Snyder characters will leave. We know Ben Affleck's Batman is most likely no more.
Yeah.
We know Henry Cavill's Superman is no more, but I would imagine Aquaman
Gal is a possibility.
Well, I don't think Momo is going past number 2 on this. I think he's moving forward with another character at this point.
Well, number 2 is still in the Gods and Monsters timeline, though. I think.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't remember that being on the timeline.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's again part of the end of the previous incantation.
Blue Beetle is part of the Gods and Monsters.
Yeah, Blue Beetle is.
Well, you would think that Flash will be like the cutting off point. So I would assume any movie past that it may not be part of the Gods and Monsters.
After that doesn't mean in their timeline that it's after that, Leah.
So maybe it's going to happen before Flash.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years before Flashpoint.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, Gunn's already got 5 or 6 movies in the lineup, so we're already looking 6 to 8 years out on those.
Yeah.
We're probably before we get to the end of the first phase. I'd say probably at least 6 years.
So there's plenty of storylines to add into, and we might not see a Wonder Woman till then, or an Aquaman again till then.
Yeah,
unless it's just a cameo.
Yeah.
We'll
and
find
who knows
out.
if he wants to do that if he's rebooting the universe.
Yeah, are you trying to hint like he's going to come back as Lobo or something?
Well, I mean that's definitely
do.
a rumor, but I mean I know he's come out of a few production meetings very happy, but to what degree that means, I mean, I don't know. Lobo seems really obvious. And again, we've talked about this before. I mean, what's the difference between the Lobo look and the Aquaman look? A little bit of black and white on his face?
Yeah.
Do we really need Lobo, though? I mean,
Lobo.
Yeah, do we need a Lobo? We definitely don't need a Lobo movie, but we could have
I think it would be like a one and done movie, kind of very. If you're already got like the timeline,
or if we're doing something an episodic series, maybe we can have him for 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah,
like a guest star,
like some bar.
Okay.
In the cosmos, like the Green
I
Lantern.
don't know if I want
wow, that would be
2.5
kind of cool.
hours of fragging.
That'd be great for the Green Lantern show, where the 2 Green Lanterns are out like running the spaceways, and they stop in some bar, and there's Lobo sitting around talking some shit.
Jeremy should start writing these stories down.
No, that's where the end of my idea goes. It's like, all right, I got that. I give you the outline. Now fill it in.
Now flesh that out.
Where they go from that, I don't know.
A lot of speculation.
I'm going to go with Leo here real quick. Jumping back to seeing Flash because I'm just not letting the whole political thing affect it at all. I just want to see the movie with my mom because she got really into MCU, and before that she'd been watching some of the DC shows. And we were out in the car the other day, and there was a lightning bolt sticker on the back of a car in front of us, and I was like, I can't tell you, is that Flash, Shazam, Harry Potter? And she's like, okay, now those two, they're DC, right? And this one is, and so my mom is starting, and she's like, yeah, it sounds a lot like when I was watching the DC. My mother has reached a point now that she can recognize just from like the type of casting and the type of storylines DC versus Marvel. In her 70s, she just figured it out. So I'm like super excited and proud of my mother as she's going on this journey.
Very cool.
It's got to be interesting at 70 to be like, all of a sudden, I'm going to dive into comic books.
The last thing I'm going to say about, sorry, finish up, Kari?
No, I was just saying,
The last item, totally a rumor, but they're saying that all the CGI we've seen in the Flash trailers is not final.
That'd be a lot of money to work on.
Yeah.
To change again.
The rumor that I heard was that it was early shots, and the final CGI is much better. But who knows? We'll find out
from what I saw.
Yeah, we'll find out when it comes out.
Is that June, Leo?
I believe so.
June
6th?
Oh, is it that early? I thought it was later in the month.
June 16th.
Middle of the month.
Cut it in half.
So a month away.
Yeah.
So that's your last news item there, Leo?
No, I got a bunch more.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're still on DC. The last DC item I have is Batman White Knight Presents Generation
have you
Joker.
read that? I almost picked it up. I was looking at the cover and I just
picked it up. It's not out yet.
No, it came out last week.
Well, the first one came out, but not that cover, right?
No, not that cover. The cover of the first one I was looking at.
Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, number one. That's number 2 you were just showing us, Leo.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to yell at you now.
I'm sorry.
Unless it's an ultimate cover.
Book 1 came out last week.
Okay.
And,
so
I passed. I don't know if it was a good or bad decision. All the other ones have been good, so it was probably a bad decision.
So creator Sean Gordon Murphy has stated that he's doing a grounded take on the Justice League.
Leo, who?
Sean Gordon Murphy.
Oh, I've never heard anyone say his middle name. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either. Sean G. Murphy. Huh. Gordon.
Yeah.
I do love the Murphyers.
I'm sorry.
Well, usually they say Sean Murphy and Katana Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never heard Sean Gordon Murphy. That's why I had to ask you again.
Now he's going to become
You didn't do
killer.
anything wrong. Brandon's not here to yell at you.
I'm sure I did.
You did it fine.
It looks like
Yep, I'm
out
sorry.
of
Go ahead.
no. It looks like out of Justice League, I think they're just going to be referencing Wonder Woman and Green Lantern.
Huh.
And
I wonder what Green Lantern would be like in that world, or actually kind of both, because like, aren't they staying away from kind of like the magical and stuff? The like Batman is more grounded in that universe.
I'm not reading Batman these days. I couldn't tell you.
No, in the
No.
White Knight universe.
I
don't
read
know.
the
Is it
entire
thing?
series. I can't remember. I have to go back. This is the problem with reading too many comics too fast.
yeah,
Like it's less of a comic book universe and more of a what Batman would be thought of in the real universe, maybe.
Well,
Not the
it's
real
there's the-
universe.
It's an Elseworld. It's definitely not considered canon.
No. That's why I'm
Yeah.
wondering what the take on Wonder Woman and Green Lantern would be like in that
so
universe.
you're saying it's not a Batman that falls from space and can survive?
Yeah, exactly. Like this Batman, he may have thought he fell from space and survived, but really he like probably rolled out of bed or something. Like it was just a long night. I don't know.
So I did read. Sorry, this is the last DC item I have.
So you lied to us.
I lied. Hold on.
This is getting dangerous.
This is the creepiest thing I saw.
Oh, good.
So I'm only going to show one page because I don't want to spoil anything. But this is Batman Brave and the Bold that came out today. Issue 1.
Oh,
Are you showing
oh
us the
yeah,
cover,
no,
or are
you're
you just
right.
following
Yes. Brave and the Bold issue 1 did come out today.
Yeah.
Or it comes out tomorrow. However you look at it.
The Joker in this is so friggin' spooky. Oh my god.
I should have ordered it. Damn it.
I gotta make my screen bigger. I can't see that at all.
I also have a knife, but you can't have that yet.
Oh,
He's telling a little girl.
He's got a balloon.
Yeah.
A purple balloon.
Yeah. So it's actually 4 stories in this.
Yeah.
The first one is a Batman story. And then the last one is a futuristic Batman story. And then they also threw a Superman story in there. And I forgot what the other one is. But the first Batman story is really good.
Who's the writer and artist on that, Leo?
Tom King. And let me see who else.
Looks like Tynion's art, but I might be wrong.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta pop it up again. Hold on.
Pop
sorry.
it up. Hurry up.
Okay. So sorry.
Come on, monkey.
Okay, so Batman, the winning card is Tom King, and art and colors by Mitch Gerads.
Oh.
And Stormwatch is the second one by Ed Brisson and Jeff Spokes. The Superman story is Christopher Cantwell and Javier Rodriguez. And then Heroes of Tomorrow is Dan Mora and Tom Napolitano.
Napolitani?
All right.
Yeah, but Tom King does an awesome job with Batman once again.
As always.
Yeah. So
all right, on to Marvel, I'm guessing next.
Yeah, on to Marvel. Huge spoiler. Huge.
Oh.
Huge spoiler.
Let me guess. Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
No fucking way.
I want photographs.
You ruined it for me.
So Amazing Spider-Man number 26.
Oh my god, I was right.
Oh, is this the one where they say Spider-Man is a cuck because of
God.
Zeb somebody? No, go ahead, Leo. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
What's going on?
A major character's death in Amazing Spider-Man 26.
Ooh. Spider-Gwen? Mary Jane.
No. And spoilers, definitely hit mute if you don't want to know. but the articles are already pouring over the interwebs. And actually, I think it was Entertainment Weekly that actually leaked it. But they are killing off Kamala Khan.
Wow. That's interesting, considering she just started her MCU debut not too long ago.
Well, we know how often those comics
Well, yeah.
are dead.
Yeah, she'll come back.
It could be a
Everybody comes
scroll
back.
for all we know. Just
They actually told Zeb Wells not to attend cons for a while in the future because of all the backlash they're expecting from that.
yeah, I heard that as well. Yeah, apparently something happened where Peter went to the future and Mary Jane thought he was dead, so she married someone else and had a kid with someone else, and Peter came back and they said he was being a cuck, and I don't know what it's all about.
Oh, Jesus.
That's about what I know. And everyone's very angry at Zeb Wells about it.
Whatever happened to the Comics Code Authority? Damn it.
I don't have too many other items, but Loki season 2 has an official release date.
Oh, very nice.
And Kari, what was the release date on it?
And I'm assuming Jonathan Majors has already shot his episode for that. Well, it's all shot.
I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I've been trying to keep track of it a little bit every few days, Jeremy. I check. I know they are moving forward with charges, but nothing more than that.
So October 6th is the release date for Loki. And in a total change of strategy, Echo, the Hawkeye spinoff, is scheduled to drop all episodes at once on November 29th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got some decent Marvel stuff coming toward the end of the year.
Yeah.
Anybody watching Echo?
Yeah, I will. She was in Hawkeye. She was an interesting character.
I didn't watch Hawkeye either.
Oh, see, you missed out. That was a good one too, Jeremy.
Was it?
Again, you got stuff for the summer.
That everybody told me that one was very Christmassy.
It was. It was very Christmassy themed.
Yeah.
Maybe
it was still
like
a good story.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's bad because I like Christmas, damn you, Leo.
That didn't really tie into the storyline per se. It just happened to be that time of year that it was going on.
Yeah, he's trying to get back to his kids for Christmas. Yeah, he was trying to get back to his kids for Christmas, but he needed to help somebody out instead.
Trains, and automobiles? Yeah. Trains, planes.
I've gained a huge new love for Hawkeye. Because I, by the way, boys, I am about 20 issues away of the Spider-Man 2016 of finishing the entire Ultimate Universe. Like not
just in time because they're about to start it all over again.
Yes, so that I will be ready to do more.
Yes.
Like
F you, Marvel.
But Hawkeye is such a major player in that, and he's not in a lot of their separate rights. I'm just like, oh, wow.
You know, Kari,
like
on the news I watched probably 4 or 5 months ago on CBS News, there was this guy who was dedicated to reading every Marvel issue known to man. I think you could beat him. I mean, he took out the Ultimates universe. Like,
Injustice.
Take him out.
What's your favorite series so far, Kari? In the Ultimate Universe.
Spidey. Yeah.
Gotta
go with Miles Morales Spider-Man. Bendis is just amazing. The Ultimate X-Men, the later stuff with the post Ultimatum. That was just horrible. I loved it, but it was horribly depressing and just heart-wrenching to see everything that everybody went through. So
how about when
and then my mom said,
how about when Wolverine has his way with Mary Jane in Spider-Man's body?
What?
Maybe
Peter Parker is a cuck.
They switched. They switched bodies. Peter's was in Wolverine's, and Wolverine was Peter, and Wolverine took advantage of that with Mary Jane.
That's kind of creepy in a way.
And I love when they have the Peter meeting Lazarus and never loan money to Wolverine. And if anybody says they're a clone, just don't even go there. and also, and then they like zap him away. Just like, who are all these people I'm supposed to watch out for?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I'm just finishing up all of the super depressing stuff, so like the fun stuff is way back there, but it's good, and I enjoy Hawkeye now a lot more than I did before.
That's
Although
interesting.
Logan he is a filthy old man in the Ultimate universe because he has Jean Grey too, and she's like 19.
There's
And
a lot of dirty old men in the Marvel universe.
yeah, true. It's just
There's a lot of dirty old men
news.
creating the Marvel and DC universe.
In the regular human universe too.
True.
Very true.
So Leo, you got any more Marvel stuff for us?
Not Marvel. Well, technically this is Marvel, but I'm gonna switch over to toys real quick. Hasbro Pulse was released
I thought
today.
we already did this. Oh, it just got released.
Well, the video dropped today. They did a live stream. They've been doing multiple live streams, but they're releasing a new version of the automatically transforming Optimus Prime.
Oh, a new version.
Yeah, for a whopping $700.
I was like, wasn't the first one like $600-700?
Yeah, this is this is a pro version.
Does it dance? It
what
looks
does it
like
do
it's
that's
dancing.
different?
I don't know.
I don't even think it looks
baby.
better. I think it
Hello,
looks
my
cheaper.
darling. Yeah, it does. I'd say like.
I thought the other one was more impressive looking.
Although it does move pretty good. Huh.
Yeah. The other they're releasing a new Brawn from the 86 line.
I don't like the plasticky look.
Yeah.
Do they only let I mean, unfortunately our Toy Boy isn't here, but I wondered, are they only plastic now, or are they or some plastic and some metal, depending on the line?
Well, definitely depending on the company making it. Like some of the actual masterpiece or third party are metal.
Okay.
The remake of the Optimus Prime G1 that I picked up is metal.
Mm-hmm.
So
all the Hasbro stuff is plastic right now?
Yeah. Yep. All the stuff I've bought so far is all plastic. But the mini bots, so this is the latest mini bot that they've released. So, but there's the Maximals.
Yeah, those are past my time.
Yeah, same here. I was just excited about the mini bot. Brawn.
After the Dinobots and the construction bots, Constructicons, and all those, I kind of lost interest in Transformers.
Yeah.
But Constructicons were dope. Like when they formed together to, I forget what the Devastator, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
The trailer for the Beast Wars looked pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It does, actually.
Generally, I'm not excited about Transformers movies in the last few years, but this looked pretty good. Although I did like that Bumblebee movie. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's weird.
Tom Dog says, Burger King releasing a Spider-Man themed Whopper this Thursday.
Anybody gonna try that? I don't know what kind of dye they put into the bun to make it that color.
Yeah, I heard there was a rumor that Tom was going to do sort of a live feeding, if you will.
Ooh.
Of the Red Whopper. Is it you, Tom? Tell us.
I just gotta know. Like, you gotta have a regular one side by side with it, so you can tell the difference in the flavor of the bun and stuff.
But then we need the before and after. We need to know if the toilet ended up red or not.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Like,
oh, he is. All right. So check out Brill Pro's show.
Yeah.
Yes, we need the full 360 on that one.
So in other toy news, Lego is releasing a Batman
That's another
set.
scat.
That's 3. Go ahead, Leo. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
I don't want to be sitting below him right now, dude.
The Batcave Shadow Box for $400. There you go.
Yeah, 3,981 pieces.
Oh, it's Lego. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you lose just like 2 pieces and.
Oh, for real, Kari. it is just like that. When I did the Millennium Falcon, every now and again, one or two pieces would be missing. Luckily, they put extra pieces in each package of different parts, so eventually I would find extra pieces. But oh my God, your heart just drops, and you're just like, oh no, what do I do now? Do I just give up? Do I go back? Do I maybe I put it somewhere else, and I have to take the whole thing apart and find it.
Do you end up throwing like a glaze or glue over it, Jeremy, so it never moves?
No, I should have. I should have did that as I was building it, but I was kind of afraid of it, like just falling, not falling, as I said, going too far and like, oh shit, I got to go back, and then the thing's glued together.
Right.
I have cousins who are really into Lego stuff, and one of them is like, he wins all of the speed builds when they have the cons and stuff. And they were going to fly him out because he's just ridiculously good at it. He's ambidextrous and has like a funky joint in his thumb, so he's able to just like manipulate them in ways that other people can't. And they're like, "We're flying out to Vegas to come here for this show or something." But he would have had to pay for the hotel room. He's like, "Nah, I'll just take all the free stuff I can get in the area."
Yeah, free stuff is good.
Nice. So that's pretty cool, Leo, but it's pretty darn expensive.
Yeah.
Yep. $400.
That's the worst part about Lego, man. They are ridiculously expensive. Like, I can't understand how kids today get to use them.
Yeah. Well, compared to, the size of it, and compared to like the Millennium Falcon, $399 actually isn't that big of a price compared to the other sets.
Well, yeah, the Millennium Falcon was some kind of ridiculous price tag of like 800 or something like that.
Yeah, and then the AT-AT was some crazy price. Yeah.
The AT-AT though had the little battery operated, so like the legs would move and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Leo, remember we mentioned a few weeks ago that Boston was going to have a Lego pop-up restaurant?
Yeah.
$80 a head.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. It's basically for like a meal and one tiny little toy.
It's a toy that you can't get anywhere else, though. That could be worth $80 on the interwebs.
I'm sure that is not the case.
You got a little Luke figure.
They've got 3 that they're giving to everybody. The 3 same.
God, it would be super fun if they were like Guy Fieri. Little...
Oh, yeah, right.
That'd be funny.
It's Chef Ramsay.
Little chef Legos. And you got anything else, Leo?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. Let's see.
That's dirty.
Yeah, no. It was Law and Order Funko Pops. I don't think we need to talk about that. Drew and Kari sent these over. So some sad news. The Star Wars and Real Ghostbusters toy designer Mark Boudreau passes away.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And the other loss, no, that's not it. Hold on. Where is it? Brendan O'Brien, the original voice of Crash Bandicoot, has also passed away.
Oh, that's young.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's what, like 59? Yeah, that's
62 and 22 would be 50, right? Or no?
Well, 62 to 2000 is 38, my friend.
Plus sorry 22. About that. Math
38
was hard.
Plus 23.
And Kari, I think you sent us Len Kaminsky. Did you send us?
Yeah.
What's going on with this?
Okay, so guys brought us a lot of things, but he was in an accident that put him in a wheelchair. I'm basically kind of just reading off the thing, but he ended up being put into what he is calling a crooked care center, and so he's been there now for 8 months. He's maxed out all of his insurance coverage. Went through his bank account. All of his disability has gone to everything. He lost his apartment. He lost his job. He can't leave the place now because he has nowhere to actually go to. and no resources going, and he says, I turned 16 here. I desperately do not want to die in here. And so far they've raised like $9,000 out of just trying to get somewhere. But yeah, he's just got this huge depression and downward spiral of everything because the place he's at is not moving him forward. Like none of the PT or anything they're doing is working for him, and they aren't really a great place to be at. So for fans of him, it would be we have a go look up. He's just got the GoFundMe up.
Yeah, so he says, I turned 16 here. I desperately do not want to die in here. Probably most famously, he is the co-creator of Marvel Comics War Machine armor, Iron Man armor model 11, and artist Kevin Hopgood. And at present, Len is in rehab receiving substandard care.
And continuing, as long as we're going down the negative road, Peter David's back in the hospital for an infection.
Oh, no.
I was actually about to do that myself because that last one just reminded me. I was like, oh, yeah, by the way.
I actually have his fundraiser page up right here as well because Drew mentioned to me, like, oh, we should possibly revisit that. So.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. It sucks when, like, once again, these are people that you figure, like, Peter David especially, he's done so much in the world of comic books. You'd figure not even just comic books, like, but animation and, like, everything is just like, God damn.
Yeah, it's a real shame that the comic creators, they only get paid for their work. There's no residuals. Like, if Joe St. Pierre does something and he charges Marvel whatever his rate is, that's it. There's no, if it happens to sell 5 million, he doesn't get like a check for an extra 25 grand every once in a while. That's just it. And so these guys have to work a lot of times deep into their elder years. I mean, we've talked to.
Oh yeah, they're not doing the cons because sure they love it, but like
they like talking to the fans, but they also want to. They need to generate some more income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Tough. So certainly something to consider. You know, artistry is not necessarily the way to millions.
Yeah.
No,
it's a way to a living.
Yeah. Yep.
You can become a legend.
But you love it. You live it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Leo, was that your last news piece?
That is my last news piece. Sorry for so much, but I needed to make up for it since
No worries. I've got a few. Jeremy, you have anything on the docket?
I usually leave it up to Drew to bring in all the comic news because that man is a comic news junkie. So,
well, I will then start off with one that is Jar Jar related, which I'm sure Jar Jar knows about because I sent him the piece of reel that I sent him, that Meg Foster, the original live action Eva Lynn from the Masters of the Universe movies, is returning to the Masters of the Universe in Masters of the Universe Revolution. And she is not as Eva Lynn because that character is the same as she was in season 1, but she will be some kind of evil AI. So.
Yeah. Oh, is she evil? I thought she was good, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
The I read implied that she was evil.
Okay, I don't know the character very well. It said some kind of sorceress, digital sorceress, or something like that. And so I just assumed when they said sorceress that they'd be connected somehow to the light side of things. But yeah. I love the show, so I'm interested to see where it goes. Right now, Triclops is this like preacher of some kind of digital religion, and that's where it's all going. And
is it current ongoing series, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a comic book or animated?
Animated.
Okay.
It does have comics that are connected to it, but you don't have to read them to get your full story.
Okay. Very cool. So, are you excited about Meg Foster? Did you like her as Evelyn?
I thought she was a dope Evelyn. I really loved the original Masters of the Universe movie, although it was so far from what Masters of the Universe was. It was fun for me, and it was all I had. And like, I don't know. I even got a picture of Dolph Lundgren back here somewhere as He-Man signed and stuff. So like,
very cool.
Yeah,
awesome. And speaking of stars that are coming back into our world, David Tennant is rejoining the cast of Doctor Who with the 60th anniversary 3 episodes that we should be seeing in November and December. Now, usually we only see these things on BBC, and we're lucky to get it here in the US, or when we can get BBC. Some people have BBC as their on their cable provider, but this year we will be getting it on Disney Plus. We'll be streaming because BBC and Disney Plus have made some kind of arrangement, so they will handle all the US streaming rights to Doctor Who.
And if you're looking to get BBC, there is a service called BritBox, which I believe has the.
And when we're talking about BBC, we're talking about the British Broadcasting Company, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, who puts out Doctor Who?
Because we love BBC, but we want to make sure we're getting the right BBC.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I'm always excited to see David Tennant, and I guess as Jeremy told us, we should be either right now be able to, or super soon be able to see him in Good Omens season 2.
Yeah. Oh my God, the first season was so good.
It really was.
I'm surprised that they kept going.
What's that, Kari?
Oh, for the Doctor. Hi. For the Doctor Who, did it say who was writing the episodes? Is Gaiman involved at all? Because I know that they've had him on a couple times, and him and Tennant and Moffat are all really good buds.
I know he's not the lead writer. If anything, they may bring him in episodic, but in the articles I read, I didn't even see him mentioned.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's the Doctor Who news. We got the Meg Foster news. Oh, and we've got the newest Beetlejuice 2 casting. So joining Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega, Catherine O'Hara, Johnny Depp, Justin Theroux. The newest casting is I forget. How about that?
Well, who's Johnny Depp been cast as?
That's
interesting.
Don't know.
I mean, it makes sense since it's a Tim Burton movie, but
so it's Helena Bonham Carter, right?
What's that?
It is Willem Dafoe.
Oh, nice.
How can you forget the
This has got a pretty all-star cast going.
Yeah, the cast is really blooming quite a bit. So we hope that they put out some good product. We've got some good cast, some good people that are creative and interesting in the acting scene. So I'm always excited about that. And boy, it's like CinemaCon dropped a month ago. They just made that official, and they're just dropping star after star. So I don't know. I hope everyone else is excited as I am.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm
the
getting more
last
excited as it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know some people didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed Addams Family or Wednesday.
I haven't seen
very
it
much.
still.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega was great in that.
Yeah, the whole show was great.
I just worried that she's going to get typecasted as the creepy girl in everything.
Maybe.
I mean, if she's happy with it and getting money, like,
Now
all
there's
the power to her.
There's a dance that should be on TikTok. Is it on TikTok?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
The trend's
that's
over
gone
at
already,
this
Leo.
point,
That's
yeah.
been happened.
Yeah, Miss Maisel's the in now.
That's
As well as it should be.
I'm getting down with the kids and all their TikToking.
TikToking.
And so
J-Bo does actually really well on the TikTok, by the way. If you guys aren't following him, his TikToks he gets like somewhere up in the close to 1,000 likes on some of his videos. I'm just pretty impressed by him.
Yeah,
good job, J-Bo.
Yeah, he's got one that's actually over 1 million. So good for him.
Wow.
Oh no shit! did not know that.
Yeah, it's the head guy from the Transformers. Can't think of
Optimus
his name.
Prime?
Voice actor.
Peter Cullen.
Oh,
Peter Cullen. Yeah, he's got a Peter Cullen one that's done over 1 million views.
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And my last piece of news rounding off was the top 10 weekend domestic chart for this past weekend. So topping off the top 10, of course, was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that did another $62 million.
I hear it's a tear jerker of a movie.
Yeah, that's what I hear as well. Bringing that
From
up to a
beginning to
total
end.
of almost $215 million.
Nice.
Coming in at number 2 is Super Mario Brothers movie with another 12.6 million, bringing that up to $535.5 million.
I started watching it. I started watching it. It's not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I was like, I don't know. It's for the kids. Like it's got no redeeming value for me. I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's cutesy and all that.
Leo's a big kid. Look how happy he is just thinking about it.
I loved it.
I know.
I that movie was so good. Oh my god, so good.
I'm a big grumpy old man now.
It happens. So coming in at 3 is Book Club: The Next Chapter with 6.5 million.
Don't know that.
After that is Evil Dead Rise with 3.7 million.
Holy crap! That's way better than what I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's up to 60 million at this point, so they've done pretty well with that. I don't know what the initial budget was, but for
and I agree with you. Those through the eye hole visuals.
Yeah, it was cool, right?
Pretty cool. Yeah. It was just like, this is a intense kind of film.
Yeah, I told you it was pretty gory. It's not.
I think that's where I lost
a lot of horror.
No, that's where I think I lost the kids. They were just like, this is too much for me. I'm like, all right, go to bed.
All right. So coming in at number 5, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, with 2.5 million. Number 6, Hypnotic at 2.4 million. John Wick Chapter 4 at 2.082 million, bringing his total up to 183 million at the moment.
Wow.
Number 8,
People
Love Again.
love those movies, huh?
They do. Number 8, Love Again at 1.45 million. Number 9, AIR at 884,000. And rounding off at number 10, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves did 792,500 for a total of $92.25 million.
That's another great one. Dungeons and Dragons was friggin' phenomenal.
It is fun.
I haven't seen it yet, but I got to imagine the budget was pretty big on that one. That's probably high special effects, and I hope they made their money back.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound like they did. That 92.
No, it does not.
That cameo was hilarious.
Which one? The
animated characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that is rounding off all the news that I have, boys.
Yeah.
And the girl, lady.
Speaking of movie news, just real quick, I saw today the new Cleopatra movie. I know it's not comic book related, and we totally go by Rotten Tomatoes. No, we don't. But apparently, it has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score ever.
What did you
really? Did it beat out? What was the last movie to have the? I forget what was supposed to have the lowest score ever on Rotten Tomatoes before this, but I guess it's been beaten out.
What did you think, Leo? Did you think it was the worst movie ever?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I thought you saw it. I thought that's why you brought it up.
Yeah. Sorry, not Cleopatra. What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
I was going to say, I didn't know there was a new Cleopatra movie out.
No,
there is a documentary on Netflix that I just watched about her, but I don't think that's what they're talking about. Although it was pretty good.
Hold on. It's Jada Pinkett Smith is.
Oh well, there you go. That was the first problem.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Where the hell is it?
I have nothing nice to say.
Was it a movie? Was it a movie about her having sex with her son's friend?
It is Cleopatra. Queen.
Keep your goddamn name out my goddamn mouth. Sorry.
That was a good impression.
It has a 10.
10.
10% on the tomato meter and a 2% audience score.
Well, I'm
That's
going to
pretty
rush
bad.
right out and never see that.
Yeah.
Tom Dog says Dungeons and Dragons out now on Paramount Plus.
Oh, very nice. For
Nice.
the 7 people that have Paramount Plus.
All 7 of us?
Leo, Jeremy, Tom Dog, and 4 other random people in the universe.
I'm surprised it hasn't been bought out by another company yet. I'm waiting for like the one streaming service to rule them all. Like, you got to assume it's got to be coming. Like, because
what Amazon, Netflix, and Disney will be the last 3 remaining.
I'm pretty sure of that as well. Like, Netflix buys, well, they used to spend a lot of money. Right now it's Amazon spending a ton of money, but they're failing with everything they spend money on, like the Lord of the Rings show and the Willow show. Oh no, that was Disney Plus. My bad.
Netflix has got comedy on lock, man. Every time a new, good, young and up and coming or established comedian is on there, and I throw it on Netflix, knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, their comedy stuff is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Velvet, did you have any other news items?
That was the end of what I had, boys and lady.
Kari
was
was
having Kari on, so
was there any? I know you sent some. Was there anything you had that we did not cover?
Yes, the one more was this is super exciting for me. It's the Ghost Rider battles a Hulk.
Oh yes,
Ghost Rider battles the Hulk.
A new Marvel preview. Yes, it is great. They're taking Danny Ketch. They got Mackie back. They have multiple covers coming out. I don't know if you have it up there. I'm scrolling through, but it has Ghost Rider fighting the Hulk, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, and there is a scene where it's showing some of the things, and he gets the penance stare, and it's just gorgeous. The artwork is I'm gonna keep up with our thing here and say I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Daniel Picciotto.
Sounds good.
All right, but he's doing the art, and it is just beautiful. There's just like this Hulk is on fire and Ghost Rider. So
that's interesting.
I'm really
Usually in these verses, they don't actually have the people fight, or if they do fight, it's to a stalemate. So it'll be interesting.
And with the Hulk recently doing the whole sort of monstrous and the red door and him sort of being tied to the green and all that, how will the death penance stare have any effect on him at all? Or what effect will it have that wouldn't be?
Well, the thing is it makes the penance stare makes you feel the pain that you've inflicted on every single person that you've ever hurt.
Right.
So, yeah, it has like that's gorgeous. I'm a big Ghost Rider fan.
I've never read much Ghost Rider myself.
And I have more Johnny Blaze than Danny Ketch.
Yeah, see, I'm Carissa. When we had her on too, is she's more of a Danny Ketch because that's when we both kind of started. And see, there he's getting the stare, and you see the Hulk is just like no. But that's when something that Danny Ketch had that Johnny Blaze didn't really have. He suddenly had like control of the chains more. He had the penance stare. He could transform himself instead of having it just like overtake him. So he was a little bit more. It was slightly different powers, somewhat the same. But yeah, I think I'm going to be getting every cover of this going on because it just looks gorgeous.
You're gonna Leo it.
Yeah, just for that one though, but there aren't like 41 covers of that. There's just
that's good.
Yeah.
I've always figured that Ghost Rider should be more popular than he is. Like, he's a pretty popular character, but like story-wise, there's not a ton of like huge stories that are like, hey, this one Ghost Rider story you got to read, or I don't know. I've never known him to be beyond the look very popular. Like the look is extremely popular.
I think
Like
he
everybody
falls more
has.
he falls more into like the horror side and the magic side of things, which isn't, you know, as contributive to the universes that they it's, I mean, having the Hulk against him is kind of like, oh wow, there's an actual superhero up against Danny Ketch, you know. So yeah,
Didn't we read a story back where didn't he race Mephistopheles? And didn't he end up, because he won, didn't he end up ruling hell? Danny Ketch?
Did we?
I believe there was something similar. Yeah, I wasn't there for the show, but
Did we read Damnation? Maybe that was. I don't know.
That's good that we've actually had so many episodes that we don't remember the storylines we've gone over.
Tom Dog said at the end of the month, all 4 Indiana Jones movies will be heading to Disney Plus.
All right.
I'm assuming that's in prep for Indiana Jones 5.
Mm-hmm.
The oldening.
The oldening.
Wouldn't it be the youngening because they're going to de-age him?
Are they?
Oh,
yeah.
Isn't that really just
doing that
stuff?
magic?
They're doing that magic.
That never works out very well, except for in that Bruce Willis movie there, where he was a time traveler, kind of a time traveling hitman. I forget what it's called, but
oh yeah,
what was it, the monkey one?
No, that was pretty good too. 12 Monkeys, but I forget who they have portraying him as a younger guy, but they do this aging to his face, or some kind of CGI to his face that make it, you're like, wow, I could see him turning into an old Bruce Willis, although it was a totally different actor.
I saw a video the other day of Bruce Willis. Man, he looks pretty decrepit right now. Like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
His health has declined quickly.
Oh, he's got aphasia really bad. Something is causing it, so he can't speak or perform anymore. He's just had some serious neurological issues.
Yeah. I mean, I realize he's probably in his late 60s, but the picture looked like he aged like a decade or two, like just within a few years.
Yeah, last couple of years he's done like every friggin' indie movie he could, anything he could be in. He's
right, and they were all, from what I read, when he first announced his health thing, for a few years he was already using an earpiece because he couldn't remember anything.
Wow.
So people were constantly feeding him his lines, and he was just performing it live right there. So
yeah, oh shit.
Jar Jar, the movie was Looper, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That was a really good time travel movie.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed it.
Things like that make me think, it's like, does the devil come calling? It's time. It's your time. Your time is due.
Is there no escaping it?
I haven't seen it. I'm just in here.
Lady Death comes to us all.
For $25.99. Okay.
$25.99. Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Well, if we didn't have anything else, we could pop over to ElfQuest.
Oh,
yeah. This was Jeremy's choice. A flashback from.
I got a little bit of an opening.
You do? Go for it.
A little bit. All right. ElfQuest, a long-running comic book series created by Wendy and Richard Pini, set in a fantasy world known as the World of Two Moons. The story revolves around the elves, a race of magical beings with various tribes and unique abilities. The story begins with the Wolf Riders, a tribe of forest-dwelling elves led by Cutter, the young and courageous chief. The Wolf Riders are on a quest to find... Oh, actually, that goes a little deeper. I wrote this before but they're on a find a place, a new dwelling, a new holt for their home. They were burnt out of their dwelling by the evil humans, and they go on an adventure meeting trolls and other elves and getting through desperate times and using magic or what they believe is magic, and all sorts of wonderful stuff. As they journey throughout their adventures, the elves face numerous challenges, battles, encounters. They also delve into their own past, discovering ancient secrets, prophecies, and true origins of their race. Please note that this is just a brief summary. The series encompasses a vast amount of lore, character development, and intricate plot lines, which are best experienced by reading the comics themselves. So I do implore you all to pick it up and read it. I enjoyed it greatly. This is my second reading of the first 6 books. I think I'm going to go on to read more of it again because I don't remember a lot of it. What did you think, Rich? And be truthful.
I didn't, honestly, Jeremy, I didn't love this series. I don't remember really getting into it when I was younger. I was certainly aware of it. I knew of Cutter's existence. But for me, it felt a little juvenile. The storylines, and to me, it just seemed like, it's the same old tropes, but elves.
It's very Lord of the Rings. It borrows from a lot of different stories, I would say.
Yeah, and it wasn't for me. I enjoy the art. I actually, interestingly enough, Leo's got the black and white here. The link that you actually sent me, Jeremy, was the color.
Yeah, I couldn't find the black and white link.
Sometimes a color can ruin an original black and white, but in this case, I don't think the color did ruin it. I think the artwork was fun. It's very Dungeons and Dragons like, if you're really into that, which I was lightly into that when I was younger. So for me, I didn't love it. The art is better for me than the storyline. How about you, Kari? Did you read it?
Yes, I read up to issue 20, but
you read it all?
No, there's a couple more left.
Oh, okay.
But I just I get started and I just don't stop. I just keep clicking and I don't really pay attention. And yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to, actually, because even though I like fantasy and stuff, when I saw the first bit of artwork, I had in the color, it was kind of like, oh wow, I got to drop my head way back because I've been reading all of this super modern stuff lately, where everything's all digitized and stuff. But then I got into it, and I do love fantasy stuff, and I love the way they talk when it's like, we're going in the way of sun goes down, or the way of the sunset, and this is the hard water, and this is death water. And they had, instead of having, like a term, they kind of describe things in the way they talk, and the different, the way they interact with humans on one place and humans in different places, and the trolls. But when the two tribes meet up, as they, go looking for their new place, it's like, oh, these are savage barbarians, and there's just so much. It's not really racism, but it's just assumptions that are made, and but they do
stereotypes.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going through it, and it's neat to see how they're like, oh, we will hold you at sword point. Oh, okay, well, come on in. Sorry, we fucked that up, but they take the time to learn about each other, and like there's still some prejudice between the groups as you're going in, but different little magical and lore things, do cause them to kind of force unify themselves at first. So I thought it was pretty decent. I hadn't read it before, so it was new to me, and I enjoyed it.
And Leo?
Well, this was new to me as well. I've heard of ElfQuest for a while, but I never had any interest to check it out. But I enjoyed it. I enjoy fantasy as well. It is definitely my genre. I found the stories to be, definitely pulling from other stories. You have the sort of like Neanderthals going to the you have the country folk going to the city folk, type of thing, and and obviously the rough and tumble hero falls in love with the city girl, and she's in love with this prick of a local guy, and just like the trials and everything was pretty cool. Is I did enjoy it. It was I like the simplicity of it. The artwork was excellent.
Did you get to read it in black and white, or did you read it in color?
Black and white.
It'd be interesting to see what you thought of it in color then as well.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look. The only one I found was the black and white one.
Yeah, Marvel put it out a few years after the original Warp release, and they did it all in color. It came out to like, I want to say 36 issues when Marvel did it. I guess they edited some more stuff into it, but the original series was only 22 issues from Warp, I want to say. And actually, the first issue started off in another one of a comic or a magazine, kind of like Heavy Metal. Not Heavy Metal exactly, but something to that effect.
Yeah, for an indie book, this was really well done.
I think it's 32 issues on the Marvel, or at least that's what I'm showing.
32.
So this began as an indie book, and then Marvel bought it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this
they
originally...
re-released. I think they re-released it a few times at this point too.
And when did this originally come out?
Late 70s. I want to say.
Oh, really?
Hold on, I got the first one too. I just happen to have it sitting right here.
Yeah, Marvel bought it in. Marvel started it in 1985.
Yeah, so this started March 1978. It appeared.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was 7.
I was just being born.
I was 3.
I was 4.
I'm the youngest tonight? All right. I look the oldest, but... All right, so shall we rate this bad ride? Put her to bed?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it counterclockwise. Leo, set it off.
I'm gonna give this a solid 4. I enjoyed it. It's something I'll probably continue when I have time. But yeah, I'll give it a solid 4.
All right, Kari.
I liked it, and I'm still finishing it. So I'll go give it a 4 as well. 4 Dreamberries.
Dreamberries.
Nice. Jeremy?
Look at Kari using references. Damn you.
I'm learning.
I'll give it 4 1/4 Dreamberries. It took me back, definitely. It was very reminiscent of the first time I read it, which was probably late 90s. It's fun, and I do agree with Velvet. It is simple, like it's a very like juvenile kind of way of storytelling, but I enjoy it. And Velvet?
For me, I'm going to say mostly for the art. It's still it's an easy read. It's not like it was a difficult read. So I don't want to throw it down the hole too far. So how about we go at a 2.8? 2.8 lodestones.
Ooh.
Just to prove I read.
Or just a magnet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sitting there, you fuckers, it's a magnet.
So we needed to give something to prove we read it.
I guess
I'll give it 4 blood drops of the hand.
Oh, look at you going to the trials.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So,
all right, looked like we did it.
There we go. So you 3 really enjoyed it, and I was sort of mediocre on it. I
do wonder how Drew felt about it. I always miss having our full synopsis or review or reviews.
I'm doing my best, man.
Oh, damn you, Kari!
I've got too much hair.
You're not
It
a
gets in
good.
the way.
You're not a good flu or
Fru.
fruit.
She's the
That's what it
Fru.
Fru or
Fru Sanders.
Fedora? I thought she said fedora.
Fedora.
Fru follow.
Well, fedora. I think when you say fedora, I think of Mitch. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Okay, are we ready to put this show to bed?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. For me, you know how to find me. But more importantly, head on over to thedorkening.com. You can find, all the shows there. We do this show live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. I do a bunch of other stuff throughout the week. I do the Dork Night, which is a Batman-related podcast. Also, Comics Paradox, which is Elseworlds oriented. Both we're doing some Amalgamania. Is it Amalgam books for the Dork Night. We just did Dark Claw, and we did Speed Demon for Comics Paradox, which covers Elseworlds. On Wednesdays I do Still Token With and Midweek Geeks as well, and we'll kick it over to Kari.
You can find me at Kari Sanders on Facebook, and once you find me there, I have the crow as an avatar. A crow, not the crow. But you should have links to everything I do. You'll find me every Sunday on the PBDC network doing Owlite brand shows, which are all about storytelling. We interview authors. We do unwrappings, which, by the way, coming up, you're going to catch some of your Splash Pages gents and a couple other people from the network. Over on the 28th, we are doing a giant unboxing event with, I think there will be 6 or 7 of us that are going to be opening boxes that are brought to us by this man named John Crisis. So please check it out. It's going to be super fun.
Cool beans. Jar Jar.
It's a crisis of box openings on Infinite Planets or something like that.
Infinite Podcasts.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for tuning in to Splash Pages, the podcast that always leaves you with a smile on your face and a new appreciation for the world of comics. Don't forget to check out Comic Book Lovers Buy, Sell, Trade, and Auction House for even more comic book goodness on Facebook. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave us a review and let us know what you want to hear more of in the future. Till next time, Jar Jar signing off and reminding you to always keep turning those pages.
Nice.
Velvet.
It's your man, Velvet J, signing off on another great episode of Splash Pages Podcast. Please, if you wherever you guys are watching us, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that button. We'd love it. We'd love it. And also, while you're there at YouTube, also check out Velvet Joker 1. That's my channel. And you can find that same name, Velvet Joker 1, on TikTok. Check out my reels. They're always informative. I'm trying to disseminate more nerd culture stuff to you guys. It's what I love to do. Here we are, signing off. Peace out.
Catch you guys there. Bye.
Bye.
Do, do, do.
Bye.